So you can always message me and text me if there's any issue. So right. Yeah, no, it looks great so far. Sounds good. So cool. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Let me go see. I think I printed.
If you don't have them, I'm just going to highlight 4 things. The Bill Witherspoon, the class.
The class on Tuesday or Wednesday.
The class of Rabbi Mike on November 13th.
Okay.
And
I know
Shabbat on November 4th.
Right. The Shabbat.
And I'm just going to say meditation, minions.
Right. All that stuff.
Go to the website.
Okay. I think it's printed. I saw a copy somewhere. I think Haley printed it, but I can try to.
Don't worry about it.
I'll find it.
If you think of something that I'm going to miss, because I have those 4 or 5 things, text me.
Okay. Haley, do you have announcements?
I was just going to say, were they not on the copier?
I
have another copy.
Yeah, I made one too. I made a copy too.
I know you do. I have that. No, I do have it.
Why is it like that? Oh, great. Cool. Thank you. Everything okay? Good. Cool. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have issues with this too, because I'm on our YouTube, and it just looks like our. Yeah. I don't know if it's like that, if it's anything like.
Oh no. Oh no, because once we start 9:30, or probably once we start, then,
It's gonna go show up.
It should.
Okay.
It should, luckily.
Yeah, because it's just my name, or it's just our profile. I don't know why it's like that, but
Yeah, because
yeah, I'll just message people in the YouTube. Like if we can't see it, then I'll just give them the link there and everything.
okay.
So.
Yeah, I knew make me the it make me be the highlight. It should show up on your team.
Yeah, it's showing up.
It make me the highlight on your
Yeah.
So go
So maybe let me invite all these people.
Go to our go ahead and then go to the right click and go back to yours.
That's weird.
I see over here very loud. Yes,
Yeah.
I think so. I think I got this. I think I'm just gonna follow you. So you go follow you. Okay. Here you go. All right. On a flat starting shoulder. Okay. Got it. Got it. Some goes. Hey, how'd I do? Yeah. No, Elena, she said, "Do you know it? Do you?" She wasn't sure. So I just want to, yeah. All right, good. You keep me on my toes while we do this. All right. Hine matov u'manayim, how good and how sweet, how pleasant. It's delightful when all these people get together, when we're all together, when it's Shabbos, when you get to look out at this beautiful creation that God makes for us in this world. What a blessing to be together for Shabbat. It's not too shabby, right? Yeah. All right. So you notice that you've got a book. If you're new to this whole situation, you've got a book. This is called a Siddur. This is the order of the prayers that we have on our Shabbat morning service. We do ask that because it has God's name in it, you don't let it touch the ground. And if it does touch the ground, you give it a kiss. But more importantly, that you make sure that you pay attention to the people around you. And if they're struggling or if they're falling, they're even more important than the book. So make sure that we take care of each other. We're going to say it's time for the morning blessings. Yeah. Or the Birchot HaShachar. I got you. Yeah. Don't look. Page 141. Yeah. It says, Ma Tovu, how good it is to be together. And that is the beginning of the Birchot HaShachar, part of the service. The other part's coming later. Don't worry. I got this. Yeah. This is where we say, hey, it's fantastic to be alive. My body, this space, this Shabbat, this kiddo, really amazing. 141. The English is 140. Ohalecha Yaakov Mishkenotecha Yisrael Matovu Ohalecha Yaakov Mishkenotecha Yisrael. sacred connections like putting on a talit. Now, I'm calling an audible. I hope that's okay with everyone. Anytime you do something for the first time, you have a piece of fruit first in the season, you move to a new city, maybe, you put on a talis for the first time. We have a way to mark that spiritual technology called a blessing. And that blessing that we do for a first is Shehechianu. So I'm going to invite everyone. You're privileged to be at this moment. Look at her. She's amazing. Yeah. So this blessing means thanks God for enlivening us and for standing us up to touch this moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lahazman hazeh. Amen. Fantastic. Okay, so as part of Birchot HaShachar, the blessings of the morning. Sorry to make you nervous before. You're good. This is their first act as a Jew with a tallis. What's that? Yeah, you got this. We're going to rise in body or spirit, and we're going to turn to page 153. We're going to begin 152 and 153. We're going to begin with the Hebrew intro, and then we'll do the English of each blessing. And notice how you feel connected to your physical body as we celebrate the different parts of physically being alive. Who removes sleep from my eyes and slumber from my eyelids. 154. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who gives the bird of dawn discernment to tell day from night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who stretches forth the earth upon the waters. 156 and 7. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who makes the blind to see. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who clothes the naked. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who makes the captive free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who raises up the humble. 158 and 9. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who makes firm a person's steps. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who acts for all my needs. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who girds Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who crowns Israel with splendor. 160 and 161. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who made me in your image. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who made me free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who made me of the people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu chei haolamim, who gives. Amen. You may be seated. I was talking to, there was a guy who I saw when I came home last night after Shabbos services, and he likes to talk to me. So he said, "How are you doing?" And I said, "I'm alive." He said, "Yes, you're alive. When you wake up in the morning, it means God isn't finished with you yet. You have a purpose." And I was like, "Well, Yasher Koach to you, my good friend. That is amazing. And so this purpose, this spirit that moves through us, everyone turn to 164 and 165. Elohai neshama shenatata bi. My God, the great spirit of the universe puts spirit within us and gives us purpose. Pretty fantastic. And it looks like you're leading this too. Okay, great.
Elohai
neshama shenatata bi. Neshama shenatata bi tehorai. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorai. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorai. Okay, now if you're not already feeling excited about being alive, yeah, you're connected, right? We got flesh, we got bones, we got feet, we got pancreas, we got, an eyeball or two. Now we move to the second part of the service, Pasuke de Zimra. It's on 176 and 177. I understand the chorus is going to help us out with this, and we want you to be able to see this. This is the part where you're excited. Are you excited? It's a great rabbi of Asbury Park, Bruce Springsteen. Rob. Is there anybody alive out there? Are you excited? Are you excited? All right, we're getting there. If you're not already, this chorus is going to make you feel excited. Pasuke de Zimra, verses of praise, 176 and 177. It is customary to rise for this section of the service just to be excited about being alive. So I invite you to rise in body or spirit. Forgot I needed this.
This is a three-part chant. Please join us on any of the three parts, but I will. Yeah, it's a service for a 13-year-old. So that the first part is the easiest. Join us. May be seated. We sing our Shabbat song, Tov Lehodot. It is good to give thanks, and that's on page 209. We find Elena on page 215. And just because we're standing up here does not mean that you should just sit and listen to us. You can if you want, but please join us. If the Hebrew is too hard, lie, 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 or la, la, la is always an option. Elena.
And you can dance too.
Please. Elena. There we go. So the next psalm that we're going to sing for you is a Hallelujah by Nava Tehillah, and I would like to call forth, in English, the Mamalas. Amy, Shana, and Ariella, who I think most of us know. They're going to lead us in this beautiful psalm.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Adonai min hashamayim. Hallelujah, b'meronim. Hallelujah, chol malacha. Hallelujah, kol tzeva. Hallelujah, shemesh v'yareya. Hallelujah, kol govreo. Hallelujah, shnei hashamayim v'hamayim asher hashamayim. Hallelujah, Shem Adonai ki utziva v'nivau yamidem ve'ad le'olam chukmatem v'lo yavu. Hallelujah, Shem Adonai ki
Our next song in Pasuke de Zimra and these verses of praise. I'm going to invite you to turn to page 231. I'm going to come out from behind this amazing chorus. I hope that's okay. Yeah, here I am. Hello. This is the last Psalm, Psalm 150. What's that?
Nothing, we're working our stuff.
You need any, pastoral guidance. And I know I got somebody else from Jane. Good. Someone thinking was the last of the 150 Psalms. It ends with hallelujah. Yeah. Hallelujah is in the word. Hallelujah. So, the Jews gave you hallelujah. You're welcome. Praise is a name for God. We have a four names for God that we don't know how to pronounce what to say. You and Bob and Harry, a lot of nature. We can say that, but we got this to say. That's pretty great. It's a nickname. We're close like that. And so there's anything that you feel like you need to, I'm good. And yeah. Anything that you feel like you need to say that, God, Stevie Wonder was not Jewish, that if you feel your life's too hard, go have a talk with God, right? But the good stuff too. So hallelujah. What is the hallelujah moment for you? What's going on for you? What's going on for you? Even if you don't believe in the G word, what's just going on right now? Does anyone want to say something and really respond with hallelujah? I got a chorus, so they know how to say hallelujah. Anything good. Grandchildren, hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's for us. Hallelujah. Yeah. Hallelujah. Anybody else? What's your coffee? What's your coffee? Yeah.
Rabbi, one word.
Is that great? That could be it. It's great. All right. So what's that community? Hallelujah. One couple more. Yes. So again? Hallelujah. And working hard. If you don't get good things and stay around, try and count. God, yeah. What'd you call me? Really, Syria. Oh, I don't. Okay, yes. Cousins. Hallelujah. One more from someone who hasn't. Yeah. Elena. Morning, Psalm 150. Call him Shema. Every breath is the praise of God.
And please, please, please sing with us. You've just said the most important word in this next song, so please join in with us. Kol Shema Hallelujah. Kol Shema Hallelujah. Kol Shema Hallelujah. Kol Shema Hallelujah. Here it comes. Hallelujah. 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 Kol Shema 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 Hallelujah. Kol Shema. Inside this room, setting the strings of our souls in tune. You can feel it rise from the earth below. Sure as that river of rhythm flows. It is our fire and we'll make it climb. Fanning the flames with your breath and mine. Singing with strength and with kavanah. Kol Shema Hallelujah. Kol Shema Hallelujah. Kol Shema Hallelujah. Kol Shema Hallelujah. Kol Shema Hallelujah.
Now, that's what I call Pesukei Dezimra. Excellent. Huh. There's a kiddo in here. Yeah, here she is. So we moved from, we did, Birchot HaShachar was the physical stuff, we're waking up. Pesukei Dezimra, the excitement, absolutely. And now we're going to move to Shema Uvirchoteha. That's a lot to say. Shema and its blessings. Shema is the central declaration of our people that there is one God, God limit of one, no more than one. And this is more of an intellectual thing where we start to take our physical body that we've been moving around and say like, there's all this beauty in the world. This could be evidence of something. I'm not sure. In the meantime, as you start to think about that, we're going to move into this section. 245 is Hatzi Kaddish, and that is going to lead us into the Baruch Hu, which begins Shema and its blessings. We rise in body or spirit. We face East? Yeah, what do you think? You not really sure? We might be facing a special city. What do you think it could be? Jerusalem. Yeah, I often forget. It's Jerusalem. Roughly east. We face the historic seat of holiness for our people, but also the people who are there, all different kinds of people. Hatzi Kaddish is 245. And that's going to go right into Baruch Hu on 247. Yeah. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divrach tirutei v'yamnich malchutei b'chayei von yom b'chon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael b'galam b'galam ובזמן קריב וימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבא מברך כל העולם מהמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה You may be seated. After Baruch Hu, the first thing we do is talk about nature and our connection to nature, the blessings of nature. And so when I work with awesome kiddos, I like to give you a chance to say, what is something in creation, something in nature that you feel particularly connected to?
Well, I really love water. Like, I love the ocean and the beach. I think it's one of the most beautiful things ever.
And how does that make you feel when you're there?
It makes me feel really calm and peaceful.
Nice, beautiful. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uberei choshech oseh shalom uberei et hakol. Blessed are you, Eternal One, Sovereign of all worlds, who makes light and darkness, peace and everything, including water. We're going to invite. Well, actually, you're going to invite Dad up. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because he's got a poem to read.
Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Elena asked me to read this poem to you in honor of nature, in honor of her big question asking about the world. It's called The Summer Day. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormous, complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I do not know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I've been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Shabbat shalom.
Yeshua. That was Mary Oliver. Will, another take on nature and beauty, yeah? Why not?
This setting, absolutely.
By the way, if you don't know Will, you should, because he's not only our choral director, but has been filling in as our interim music director. We want him to take away that interim name, but he just, he feels like he has to have it the rest of his life to be an amazing creator and interpreter of miracles like nature. Oh, okay. You want me to just say more nice things about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, Rabbi, keep going. This is it's a campfire song that I wrote that I hope you join me on. Everywhere, everywhere there is beauty, and I see beauty. Everywhere that I go, lift me up from despair, come and soothe me, reach right through me, hold me harder than I've ever known. Everywhere, everywhere there is beauty, and I see beauty. Everywhere that I go, lift me up from despair, come and soothe me, reach right through me, hold me harder than I've ever known. Seems like the cost of life is so much higher than what we had saved. A sea of frost and ice is trying to bury us under its wave. Just look around. Why is it that you're so afraid? Everywhere, everywhere there is beauty, and I see beauty. Everywhere that I go, lift me up from despair, come and soothe me, reach right through me, hold me harder than I've ever known. A few dozen years to hang around and take things past where they were when we came. Some fly away, some run aground, some spin in circles, but if it's all the same, I'd rather walk. Will you help me find flowers on the way? Everywhere, everywhere there is beauty, and I see beauty. Everywhere that I go, lift me up from despair, come and soothe me, reach right through me, hold me harder than I've ever known. Everywhere there is beauty, and I see beauty. Everywhere that I go, lift me up from despair, come and soothe me, reach right through me, hold me harder than I've ever known.
Barak Moshino al Shevach Ma'aseyedecha v'al Mori'or Shasita Yefaru Chasela. Be blessed, redeeming power. We celebrate your work for all of the light that you've made. Let all declare your holiness. Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer Hamaorot. Blessed are you, Adonai, creator of light. From all of this bigness of creation, we go to a prayer about love. This is 272 and 273, Ahava Rabbah. That even in a big universe, we don't believe it's a cold, empty universe. We believe it's a universe filled with love, connection to the beautiful creation physically, but also to each other and to the spirit of holiness that courses through every inch of that universe, including whatever corner or broken part of you right now you're feeling doesn't have that light and that love in it. As we sing Ahava Rabbah Avtanu on 273, I invite you to feel this presence come into even those broken places.
Ahava Rabbah.
On 275, this light should not just shine within us, but should shine out from us. And when you see us, you should see that light in the hot air in Nenu. In a minute, we're going to bring all of this together, the light and the dark and the creation and the love and the big and the small. It's called Shema. We prepare for that physically. If you've got a towel, if you've got a towel saying, right, you bring the four corners, all the different parts of yourself, and all the different parts of our people, our world, together as one, as we sing Vahaviyenu on 275. It's going to go right into the Shema on 276. Rabbi David Deutsch says, 284, the fourth CTO represents the four corners of the world. The divine presence spans the entire area from one corner of the world to the other. So too are the moral obligations which extend throughout our lives, no matter where we are, no matter who we are. We're going to come together on 285 is the end of the fourth line of the Hebrew, and actually the end of the fourth line from the bottom, I should say. Roughly, looks like 4.5 lines up from the transliteration. Prayer. This is another bit of evidence for some sort of larger spirit, a force more powerful than stuff and things and guns and money. That's the fact that we are around these crazy Jews who were slaves and who have been oppressed for lots of millennia. And this is the slave song that they sang. It's 291. You might be surprised when we get to Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai, who is like you among the gods. You know what I mean? So there's one God. What are you talking about, gods? Who are these other gods? So one way to think of it is that there are other gods that we do worship. And sometimes it's prophets and money, and sometimes it's gender, thinking that men are more important. What a stupid thing to think. Sometimes race, skin color is an idol, is a god that we pray to. Sometimes we're so sure that we're right that we do things that we wouldn't normally do. We see that there's real ugliness and hate in this world right now, and violence. Sometimes we make ourselves a god in our beliefs, and even the people who aren't doing it in violence. Sometimes we need to be reminded. I need to be reminded. Sometimes your opinion is not the most important thing. Go figure. So, celebrate. It's hard to believe. Celebrating being free from the wackadoodle gods, focusing on the real power of spirit throughout the universe that is so powerful that can free slaves. 291, Micha Mocha.
Micha Mocha, Elohim Adonai, Micha Mocha, Micha Mocha,
That's a liberation song. That is how people march through a sea, people. That is beautiful. All right, so listen, we're going to bring it all together. The body, the emotions, and the intellect. We're going to go to our Amidah, which is our standing prayer, and there's going to be 7 different parts representing 7 days, and Shabbat being the 7th day. It's going to have lots of Hebrew, there's going to be English, there's going to be all sorts of stuff for you. It's okay if you don't want to pay attention to it. Amidah is, again, it's all about unity and integration. Whatever you need to pray, whatever your heart is telling you right now, go with that. You know best. We're going to lead into the Amidah with Sur Yisrael 291, and that's going to go right into the Amidah 295. We rise in body verse 3. Sur Yisrael, Kuma Bezrat Yisrael, Uvdeinu Mecha, Yehuda Yisrael, Goaleinu, Adonai Tzvaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch Atah Adonai. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אז בקול רעש גדול, אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול, מתנסים לעומת שרפים, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. 305. ממקומך מלכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך, מתי תמלוך בציון, וקרוב בימינו לעולם ועד תשכון. תתגדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לנצח נצחים. ועינינו תראנה מלכותך, כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך. ימלוך אדוני לעולם אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור הללויה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד God לך. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד God לך. ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לא ימוש לעולם ועד. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד God לך. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד God לך. כי המלך גדול, גדול וקדוש, גדול וקדוש אתה. כי המלך גדול, גדול וקדוש, גדול וקדוש אתה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד God לך. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד God לך. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. This continues privately, silently, 307 to 323. Again, Hebrew, English, whatever you need right now. This space is open just for you and your heart's needs. And when you get to the end of your Amidah, let us know by being seated.
prayer for peace is a call and response. It's a good call. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'achulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'achulam. Salam aleinu ve'acholam. Salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'acholam. Salam shalom. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'acholam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'acholam. Shanti aleinu ve'acholam. Shanti shalom. Shanti aleinu ve'acholam. Shanti shalom. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'acholam. Ve'achulam. Salam aleinu ve'acholam. Salam shalom. With all your heart. Salam aleinu ve'acholam. Salam shalom. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'achulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'achulam.
Before she sits down, for those of you who don't know, that was Gay and Garen. And I've never gotten to see that, so I have to go stand back here. Who was our musical director for years? Yeah. So extraordinary. So extraordinary. Thank you. Right? Meanwhile, you're still here. Because you got more work to do. Yeah, you feeling okay about it? Yeah, we've got, so all of this putting out, this prayer that we put out, then we see if we get anything back, yeah, from the Torah, because we got some timeless wisdom there. Let's see if it makes any sense to us. And if it doesn't, you're going to help us with that a little later. This is called Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah. You're going to find the English on 382, the Hebrew on 383. And Elena, I think you're going to lead this too. this point, Torah is going to be opened by the cousins. This is the cousin corner, right? This is the super cousins. Yeah, we're looking for Devorah and Asher. Yeah? Asher means happiness. Let's see how that works out. Devorah is a bee, but watch out for the stinger. Yeah. Okay, wait. Eager Asher. Yeah, I gotta tell them what to do. Because anytime the ark is open, anytime the Torah is moved, we rise in body or spirit. When it moves through the room, we're going to face it. Back in my day, in the 80s, that was so you could see what everybody was wearing. We're actually focusing on the Torah. That's the idea here, okay? And we're also going to ask for grandparents and parents, yeah? And have them kind of come on up too. And again, for Elena's grandparents and parents. You'll do what that. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. And again, as these capable hands open the ark, we invite you to rise in body or spirit. Okay, now. Okay, let's have grandparents over here. We're on page 385. 385. Oh, you got it? Okay. Vayibin Soharon, Vayomer Moshe, Kumaran, V'yafutzu Oevecha, V'yanusu Nisanecha, V'yanecha, Ki Mitzion Tetzei Torah, Ki Mitzion Tetzei Torah, Udevar Adonai, Yerushalayim, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, B'kedushato. Okay, Elena, it says in the Talmud, in Pirkei Avot, the sayings of our ancestors, that Moshe kabel Torah miSinai. Moses received the Torah on Mount Sinai. Yeah? So far, so good? Yeah? Okay, we got some agreement. That's good. You agree too? Good, all right. Moses received it, and then gave it as an inheritance to Joshua. Joshua then passed it along to the prophets. And the prophets gave it to, come on back up. You tired? Yeah? All right. I promise to be over soon. Moses. Wait, now I lost my train of thought. Okay, Joshua, the prophets gave it to the elders, and the elders gave it to the members of the Great Assembly, and it has been passed on generation to generation, right? And of course, they forgot to name some of the non-male folks. It was also passed on to Miriam, the prophetess, and Devorah, yeah? And it was passed along to Bruria, who taught Talmud, and it was passed along to Judith Kaplan Eisenstein, the very first bat mitzvah in 1922, and it is now your turn, yeah? If you squint and look very hard into the ark, you can see Mount Sinai, and you can see the chain of tradition passed along, yeah? You're the next link, yeah? You got it? You get the metaphor? You getting it? Yeah? Are you ready? Are you really ready? Yeah. Are you really ready? Yeah. Okay, 3 yeses, that counts as law. All right, here we go. Netiv Tahlibi Beoraita Betashli Nishali Delibi Deliba Decholama Yisrael Letavu Chaim Ve'elishlam Amen. And we're gonna step forward and we're gonna repeat after Elena.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shmo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Gadlu Adonai Iti, Unerom Shemo Yachdav.
Lecha Adonai Hagedula V'Hagebura V'Hatiferet V'Hanetzach V'Hahod Ki kol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz Ki kol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz Lecha Adonai Hamadadacha Aminaseh lechol erosh Romemu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtachavu Le'adom raglav kadoshu Eromemu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtachavu Le'agagacho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Yalala 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 Yalla la la, yalla la la, yalla la la la. Ashlosha devarim, ashlosha devarim, ashlosha devarim, olam omer. Ala Torah ve'al avoda ve'al gemilut chasadim. Ala Torah ve'al avoda ve'al gemilut chasadim.
You may be seated. It is the last time that I was at a service here. I don't even know if I was a rabbi yet. I came to visit Atlanta and came to this gay Reconstruction synagogue. That's so cool. And there was this guy who was like this amazing rabbi who I got to be friends with ultimately and became a colleague. And his name is Rabbi Josh Lesser, and he's pretty phenomenal. He's been the rabbi of this community for 23. It's all a blur. And is such a blessing to Elena and her family. It has been for years and years and years since you were born. Yeah. And so it's really my honor and a blessing for all of us to invite you to lead this part of the Torah service. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Congregation Beit Chaverim. So I've been honored to have been asked by Elena to serve as Gabbai Rishon for the Torah service. The Gabbai Rishon is like your guide through the Torah service, and I am joined today by the fabulous Shana Cohen, who is an incredible trope tutor. And to me, one of the amazing things is it's not only such an honor to be taught Torah, how to chant and lane by somebody with such a beautiful voice and who appreciates the tradition, but who really lives Torah in many ways. So Elena's been very lucky to have Shana. In a moment, we'll hear Elena lane, or what we would say chant, from Parshat Noach, the Torah portion of Noah. So, Elena, I'm going to invite you to come stand near me. I have some words I want to say to you. But before you do so, I just want to invite you to take a moment to get grounded, feel connected to your roots. I want you to take a look out at everybody who is gathered here today. People are here celebrating with you with so much love, so much appreciation. It can be overwhelming. I want you to always kind of check in with this moment, that it can carry you through really important times. As we've talked about, Elena, many of us are already familiar with the story of Noah and the flood. And I find that the story of Noah can be read on many levels. For me personally, this Torah portion has come at the right time. In my personal meditations, I've used this story symbolically to address the anxiety that I feel as we move toward a divisive and challenging election. As I've envisioned the arc, it has given me an opportunity to reflect on what is most dear, what is most precious. What do I want to gather in right now? What should be preserved? How can I protect myself from the outer world? And then from that place, I've called to mind the birds that Noah sent out, the raven and the dove, remembering that I need to also remain in connection with that outer world. How do I want to remain connected? How might I be an agent of change or of peace or understanding? So I offer you these images, or invite you to find your own, both as we listen to the Torah that Elena is about to chant, but also in this short period of time between now and the election. Elena, I love how our Torah can be read on so many different levels, and I'm looking forward to what you have to say about yours after you chant. So Elena has read her Torah portion with a very different eye, and she will give us her insights on Parshat Noach in a bit. But first, we'll hear her chant the Torah, and Elena, as you're about to do this, please indulge me in offering some reflections about your life Torah, the wisdom that I've experienced as your friend, your extended family, your self-designated gunkle, your Devar Torah study partner, and your champion. So first, Elena, I want to let you know that waiting outside right now is an Uber leaving in 5 minutes to take us to Six Flags. Are you game?
Sure.
Awesome. But I have to say, Elena, one of my greatest disappointments about you entering Jewish adulthood is the ease that you seem to see through my creative fictions. I'll have to up my game. When I think about my creative fictions, one of the first times we met was at Purim. You were very, very young, and I was dressed as Superman, and somehow you believed that I was the real Superman. And I've been disappointing you ever since. Now you know well that I am a human being just like everyone else. Trust me, I'm sad about this too. But one of the things that I appreciate about you, Elena, is that you have always been a kid who likes to hang out with adults. You know how to hang with people of any age, and that has been pretty cool. It has allowed me to have an authentic relationship and connection with you. But for those of you who do not know you well, they may see you as a superhero because they only see the headlines. Amazing baker, ambitious entrepreneur, creative jewelry designer, and fashion too, flamenco dancing enthusiast, creative terrarium decorator, and not to mention what we've seen all along today, in command, prayer leader, beautiful voice. And thus, I think there's some confusion because they think you're awesome. I mean, you are awesome, Elena. But to the outside, someone might think that this kid has so many gifts. Well, I do mean you do have many gifts. I guess what I'm trying to say is that someone might look at you, Elena, and think, wow, she is so talented that things come really easy to her. But for those of us who know you a bit better and understand that alongside your talents is real-world anxiety and fear, and that's what makes you human. I have seen you before a sale get worried about approaching people or wondering if someone isn't going to like what you have. We've had conversations about self-doubt and worry, the hardship of making friends. And so to me, the hidden gem amongst your gifts is that you have the ability to do hard things even in the face of your fears. And I saw you do just that today in preparing. And like your name, Elena, there's a lot that we can see, like the beautiful tree, but there are deep roots, and it's those roots that keep you strong and knowing who you are in those moments of fear. When I think about what you've had to do today, speaking in public is not your favorite thing. Learning prayers on Zoom was not easy, and chanting Torah without vowels is like a ritual tightrope. But with your determination, you took all of this on, and you even at times felt excitement and had fun. So sure, you feel fear, but you're able to find the courage inside to tackle most of those fears. And that is an incredible strength to bring into Jewish adulthood, particularly at a time in life when looking good and pressure from friends can make taking risks and trying new things even harder. This is a strength that will serve you well. What I hope you take from today is that you can do hard things and that doing them is worthwhile. So I hope you feel that as you chant momentarily, and please know I have mad respect for you, you make me want to do hard things too. Cue the waterworks. I'm incredibly proud of you. And though that Uber isn't there, know another trip to Six Flags is waiting when we can ride the Superman roller coaster together again, where both of us get to be the superheroes we think we are. So, I'm going to invite you to return to the Torah as we go back to our regularly scheduled Torah service. If you would like to follow along in your programs, you will find the Torah reading on the last 2 pages. In a moment, I'm going to call people up for their aliyot, which is an honor to bless the Torah as Elena chants. The Torah blessings can be found on page 399 in your Sidurim. If you're not familiar with the Reconstructionist community, the Torah blessings have been modified slightly to omit the sense of chosenness. Instead, we talk about being drawn into God's service. For those of you who have an aliyah, please know that you are welcome to say the blessing in any way that fits you best. We have a sheet with both the Reconstructionist and traditional blessings up here that I'll help you with. So with that said, let us start our Torah service. Please turn with me to page 395. V'yazur v'yagia v'yoshia l'chol hachosim bo v'nomar amen. Hakol havu godel Eloheinu utna kavod laTorah. Na la'amod Brucha bat Avram, Brucha mi beit Avram v'Rachel Leah, Chaya Malka mi beit Yisrael v'Nechama, Ma'ayan Yehudit mi beit Judith, Chana mi beit Melvin v'Philomena l'Aliyah harishona, Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael bikdushato. Please come forward, Lois, Bev, Andrea, and Mackenzie on behalf of the special family in Elena's life.
Ready? Okay. Baruch et Adonai Hamvarah. Baruch Adonai Hamvarah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirvanu lavodato v'natan lanu et torato Baruch atah Adonai notei haTorah.
Tamim haya bedorotav et ha'Elohim hitalech Noah vayoled Noah Shlosha Vanim Et Shem Et Cham Ve'et Yafet Vatishachrit Haaretz Lifnei Ha'Elohim Vatimale Haaretz Chamamas Vayar Elohim Et Haaretz Vehine Mishkata Kishi Kobasar Et Darko Al Haaretz.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Prepare for the second aliyah. Nala Amod. Harav David ben Moshe Vetzila Vesigal Batzvi Hershu Zahava Laliyah Hashenihit Baruch Shenatan Torah Lemo Yisrael Bikdushato.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer Elohim lenoach kates kol basar ba'lefanai ki mala haaretz hamas mivnehem vehineni mashchitam et haaretz asei leha tevad asei gofer kinim ta'asei et hateva Vehafarta ota mi bayit umichutz bakofer Vezeh asher ta'aseh ota shelosh meot ama orach hateva hamishim ama rachba ushloshim ama komata Zohar ta'aseh lateva ve'elama tehalena milemalach ufetach hateva v'tzidach tasim tachtim shniyim ushloshim ta'aseh.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Nala Amod. Ariela Michal Bat Harav David Visigal Velevetan Ben Glenn Vidayan Laliyah Hashlishit Baruch Shenatan Torah Li'Moshe Bikdushato. Please rise, Elena's parents, Ariela and Casey.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirvanu levodato v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Va'ani hinani nevi et hamabu ma'im al haaretz l'shahed kol basar asher bo ruach hayim mitachat hashamayim kol asher ba'aretz yigva v'hakimoti et briti itach uvata el hativa ata uvanecha ishecha unishevanecha itach umikol chachai mikol basar shnayim mikol tavi el hativa lechachayot itach zachar unekeva yehyu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
I invite you to take a deep breath. I'm going to call your name. Nala Amod, Elena Merav, Mi Beit Ariela Michal Velevetan, Lalia Brit Mitzvah. Please rise, Elena, our Brit Mitzvah, for this final Aliyah. Baruch Shenatan Torah L'Mosra B'Kedushato.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirvanu levodato v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Me'ha'of laminehu umin habema lemina miko remish ha'adama leminehu shnayim miko yavo elecha lechachayot ve'ata kach lecha miko ma'achal asher ye'achel ve'asavta elecha ve'haya lecha ve'nehen ve'lahem le'achla vayas Noach keho asher tziva oto Elohim kein asa. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yitzhak koach. So friends, while the Torah is out, we take an opportunity to say a prayer for healing.
In the inside back cover, indeed, you will find, I hope, yeah, let's find out, maybe not, yeah, there it is, a prayer for healing.
But we're doing a different one.
What's that, there's
But
paper?
we're doing a different one.
We're doing a different one.
We're doing
Okay, so then we're going to forget that one. Got it. Okay. The most important thing is not the words that we say or getting it right. It's knowing that your words and that your spirit and that what you send out to the people who are in need of physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual healing, they matter. So I invite you, even as you're taking hold of a candy, I'm going to invite you to just put that aside real quick. Timing is everything. Maybe let's just hold off on the candy for a second, actually. Friends, candy friends, let's just take a pause. I promise we'll get back to it. Senor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I invite you to just picture the person or the people in your world who need healing right now. And whatever kind of healing is available to them on their journey, just imagine them moving through them and what it looks like on the other side. Know again, your prayers, your words, your images matter. We're going to do a verse of this healing prayer, and then we're going to pause and we'll invite you to say out loud the names of anyone that you are holding close right now for healing, and we'll finish with the second verse.
And this is a call and response. Mi shebera avotenu Mekor hachayim Beimotenu Hu yevareh V'yirafeh Et hacholim El narefana
Any names as we move through that you want to add?
Mi shebera avotenu Mekor hachayim Beimotenu Hu yevareh V'yirafeh Et hacholim El narefana El narefana
Ata Adonai Rofei HaCholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who opens the path to healing. Say amen.
Amen. We take a moment to also offer a Misha Berach for our Brit Mitzvah. And Elena and the Friedman Hall family is blessed to have many connections with many rabbis. And so this is an opportunity for some of the rabbis in the room to come forward. And so I'd like to invite them to help in offering this Misha Berach. Joining us is Rabbi Micah Lapidus, Rabbi Malka Packer-Monroe, and Rabbi Ilana Perry. Welcome.
May you have the courage to be who you are and to stand up for your ideals, even when it is not popular.
Amen.
May you find expression for all your creativity as you share your incredibly glittery, vibrantly colorful, joyous gifts with the world.
Amen.
And may you be blessed with the deep, compassionate, loving knowledge that you are loved by an unending love and already have everything that you need.
Amen.
Thank you.
May your heart always be open to allow all of the love that this world has to offer you to come in, and so that all of the love that you have to offer this world can shine and can redeem everyone that you meet and everything that you touch.
Amen.
Elena, just as your Hebrew name conveys, may you always rely on your roots to keep you grounded and to help you grow strong. And may you always continue to shine and bring beauty to this world through all that you do and all of who you are.
Amen.
So friends, this is why wherever I go, I say that Atlanta has some of the best rabbis in the country. So I'm very blessed by these colleagues, including your newest. Take an opportunity to recognize that this is not just a life cycle for Elena, but also for her parents. And so Casey and Ariella, I invite you to stand. I'll offer you this blessing. And Elena, if you'll come in and stand with your parents. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov V'imotenu Sarah Rivka Leah v'Rachel U'Yivarech. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, bless Casey and Ariella, parents of Elena. May you be guided when to pull your child close and when to let her go. May you find the way to honor her for the child that she is and the adult that she's becoming. May you be granted joy to support her when she feels challenged. Grant Ariella and Casey, along with Elena, a length of days so that they may rejoice together in happiness and peace. And let us all say, Amen. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, ken yehi ratzon, ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'kunecha, ken yehi ratzon, yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, ken yehi ratzon. May God bless you and protect you. May God's face shine upon you and bring you grace. And may God's face light upon you and show you peace. Ken yehi ratzon. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. So we will now begin the process of returning the Torah to the Ark. I invite you to turn with me to page 407. And now we can give out candy. So please rise as I call forward the Torah lifter, and, we need to open the ark first. Sorry about that. Jacob. So I'd like to invite Jacob and Benny to come and open the ark. 407. So Na'amod ha'hagba, please rise the Torah lifter. Na'amod haglila, please rise the Torah dresser. As the Torah is lifted, we will sing the second line on page 407, V'zot HaTorah.
Josh, spot me. It's heavily dressed left.
V'zot HaTorah asher Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael
chasadim, al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim.
We continue to rise as we turn to page, I want to say 441. No, hold on one sec. Yes, 441. As we join together in singing Eitz Chaim Hi.
Eitz Chaim Hi, Rama Chaziki Ba.
Shivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem. Please be seated. So friends, we're at the point of the service where we get to hear Elena's reflection on this Torah portion. When she is finished, we will lovingly shower her with the candy blessings that you have in your hands. What I'm going to invite you to do at this moment is to put your candy to the side. That way, we can make sure that we are able to hear Elena rather than the crinkling noises that these wrappers make. And so what I'd like for us to do now, before Elena offers her Devar Torah, is for all of us to give her a little energy. Okay. Those of you who are not showing me your hands means you're still holding on to the candy. So I'm going to ask you to bring our attention to what I think is a beautiful Devar Torah.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Why names matter. We are all familiar with the story of Noah. God tells Noah to build an ark, so Noah builds the ark. Then God says to take 2 of each animal onto the ark, so Noah does. Then God says that they will flood the earth and only Noah and his family will survive. We all know these basics. Here's a little more background of how my Torah portion starts. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, and he was perfect in his generation. Noah walked with God, and Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. But wait, Noah couldn't have generations come after him without the women in the story to have the children. At some point in the story, it is mentioned that Noah's sons have wives. But the women in the Torah portion of Noah are nameless, and some, like Noah's wife, aren't even mentioned. Not giving names to the women shows that women are not treated as important in the story, even when it is obvious that they are essential to everything, especially raising the next generation. Without the women, there'd be no Noah. Intentionally, leaving the women nameless makes them seem powerless. And this is the beginning of a long pattern of women and their stories being invisible. Once a habit is formed, it is really hard to break. It is why reclaiming these women's names and stories is important, because it can help change the future. Why are names important? First, names bring meaning. For example, my mom's name is Ariella, and that means lioness of God. And if you know my mom, you know that she was named well. And just imagine what it's like being the kid of a lioness. Also, having a name empowers people to have a voice, like Greta Thunberg. People know her by her name as a person who speaks out against climate change. Or people know Ruth Bader Ginsburg as someone who advocated for women's rights. And Stacey Abrams, who speaks up about voting rights and makes sure everyone's voice can be heard. People quote these women all the time by name. For example, for things that they have said. We don't have quotes like that in Parsha Noah from women. We only hear what Noah says or what his sons say, but not any of the women. Because they don't have names. So, they are nameless and also voiceless. We don't quote people who don't have names. Being able to see people as individuals with their own perspectives and own voices is important. When we don't see people as unique individuals with their own names, identities, experiences, and values, we can end up making assumptions and stereotyping. Without a name, we are often treated like an object or a thing, and women and girls have been treated that way for thousands of years. In last week's Torah portion, it explains that Adam spends time looking at each animal and giving it a special name. Goat, zebra, lion, even cockroach. And yet the women don't have unique names in the story. That's just disrespectful. Why is so much time spent on each animal's name, and yet the women get lumped into 2 categories, daughters and wives, when they are even mentioned at all? What might have been different in the story of Noah if women had been given names and claimed their rights earlier? Jewish tradition says that our names can set a path for our future. In the Midrash, Jewish legends based on the Torah, you find that Noah's wife's name was Naamah, which means the beautiful and the pleasant one. I do love this name, but it sounds like she was expected to be quiet and be fine with things as they are. And maybe that was what was expected of her. Now, let's imagine she had the name Adira, which means mighty and strong. What things might have she stood up for on the ark? How about this? God says, "Hey Noah, go make a boat and put animals on it, also your family. I'm going to make a flood that kills the rest of humanity." And Adira might say, no. That's not what's gonna happen. What about our friends we had over for dinner last night? Our kids' friends? You're okay with them dying? I'm not okay with that. And I'm not going to be a bystander while the rest of the world gets washed away as we float away on the Animal Kingdom cruise ship. I want to add that in looking at women's names as examples for my Dvar, so many of them about being pleasant, nice, beautiful, and sweet. As a female, I want to say that being pleasant is not my job. If you look up the meanings of Jewish boys' names, they are not about being nice and sweet. Many of them about being strong and mighty. How might this influence how men and women learn to see themselves in their roles in society? Names matter. In Israel, many modern Hebrew names are given to all genders. I like the idea that names can be beyond masculine and feminine. How are names important in the LGBTQ+ community? For my Tikkun Olam project, I work with StoryCorps to interview people in the LGBTQ+ community about their life experiences. I ask questions about their life's journey. I also ask people about their names, their pronouns, and the words they use to describe themselves. When people talked about their names, a couple of people actually changed their names, either for a short period of time or permanently. This was a way for people to try on a new identity, figure out who they really were, and also make themselves stand apart from everyone else. Some of the people I interviewed and many of my friends have changed their pronouns. This has also been an important way to helping people become themselves. I also thought it was interesting to hear the different words people use to describe their LGBTQ+ identities. For example, people used bisexual, pansexual, lesbian, gay, queer, and even biromantic asexual. Having words to describe their identities helped people figure out who they really were, and also made people realize that they weren't alone. People felt really strongly about their names, that they liked and didn't like. Names matter, right? I hope that by giving a space for people to tell their stories of their names and identities, that the people I talk to feel seen and heard. I also hope it helps other people know that they are not going through these experiences alone. And I also hope that it gives space for more people to feel safe to tell their stories. In conclusion, take a moment to reflect on your name. My Hebrew name is Elena, which means strong oak tree, and Elena is a Greek name that means lightness and brightness. Together, my name set a good way forward for me as in becoming a bat mitzvah. They guide me to be grounded and rooted as a member of the Jewish community, and also to be the light when things are feeling dark, and to shine a light for others along the way. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat That was fun? Yeah. Just want you to know. Yeah. Elena. What's that? What we'll do later. So Elena's like, oh, that was fun. Yeah, this is another thing I was doing. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Incredibly powerful, beautiful, kick-ass. Yeah, wow. A couple of people agree with me. Yeah. It's really interesting. So it says that the rabbis say that there's 3 crowns. There's Keter Malucha, Keter Kahuna, and Keter Torah. That there's the crown of a king or a queen. There's a crown of a priest, And the crown of Torah, that's pretty fabulous. And they say, no, even better than the crown of Torah is Keter Shem Tov, the crown of a good name. And you talked all about names. You have created a good name for yourself already. What, you're like a kid, what, you're like 13? And we know you as an entrepreneur, like Rabbi Josh says, we know you as a creator, we know you as a baker. The first, when I was, when Anthony and I were like, we didn't know where we were going, we were homeless, suddenly your mom and you showed up with cookies at the B&B, and we were staying out like, yeah, we bake these for you. You're just like, yeah, I make cookies. Like, yeah, I'm just welcoming the new rabbi. I'm 12, I got this. You just, like you said at the end, you shine. You always shine. It's so powerful, but you're not loud about it. You're just like, yeah, that's fun. I did that. This is a good arrangement I have. I'm going to try and wrap this up a little. Somebody else buys a gift and I get to give it to you. That's pretty good if you can figure that out. This is the Tanakh. It's not just the 5 books, but it's the prophets and the writings. And I've inscribed it here, so it's to you. Your name's in it, so nobody can, yeah? And there's a text that you chanted. Make a light for the ark. Did you know that you said that? Sohar. Make it sohar. Sometimes it's called a window, but we know the word halon shows up in like modern Hebrew. That's a window, right? This is a sohar. And we're taught that it wasn't just a window, that when it was, even when there was no light coming in, it shone in the ark and gave light to all the animals, like a gem, like maybe one of the jewelry pieces that you make. Yeah? I see that in you. So many people see that in you. So here's my blessing for you as I make a light for the ark, make it so hard. Yeah? This is what I wrote. I've been so moved by your ability to bring a quiet but so powerful light into this world in creativity, in generosity, and simple joy. May you be blessed with friends and co-conspirators in bringing more light into a world that needs your light so much. This is for you. We need you to take it into the world and bring that light into the world. Amen. I'm going to invite everyone to rise in body or spirit. We're going to give you the threefold blessing one more time, because it's never enough. This is your job is to say Ken Yehi Ratzon after each of these 3 lines, which could mean may it be God's will. It could mean I'm into that. The G word bothers you. Thumbs up. Okay, here we go. And if you want to send out some love, you can do that. Send out some blessing this kid's way. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Elena, may God bless you and protect you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May God lift up God's presence to you and be gracious to you. Yair Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom. Shalom. May God shine God's presence upon you and always give you peace. Let me say amen. Amen. You can be seated. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This isn't the only gift you get. You get more than one gift. That's super exciting. You deserve it, yeah? So Shana Cohen has got another gift for you. Again, these are both on behalf of the school and on behalf of the congregation. So Shana, we invite you.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name is Shana Cohen. I'm here on behalf of the CBH Community School, and I would say CBH in general. I'm also here on behalf of myself, a little selfishly, as your Torah tutor. I have known you, Elena, since you were a very small being. Ever since your Ima and I met at the CBH Shabbat morning sing and play in 2010, I think. Yeah, I remember that because that was where we first started making you practice your Torah portion and your prayers. I have some adorable memories of you from when you were little, some of which are immortalized in the pictures of you and my daughter, Tali, naked as jaybirds, being pulled around our backyard in a little red wagon. But don't worry, those pictures are under lock and key. As you've grown, I have gotten to add many more memories of watching you, Tali and Noah horse around in the pool, or of participating in your beautiful red thread ceremony, or most recently of pretending not to eavesdrop as you and a bunch of other teenagers had a Halloween pizza party and sleepover at our house. There were some very enlightening conversations that I did not hear. But it's only in the last year that I have gotten to know you, not just as your Ema's friend or as your friend's mom, but as your teacher. And I'm so grateful to have had that opportunity. It's been loads of fun getting to spend time singing with you. Plus, though I always knew you to be a focused, thoughtful, creative, and kind kid, watching you take on the challenge of learning to chant your Torah portion, and she did 4 aliyot as opposed to the standard 3, and to sing your Shabbat prayers afforded an even richer perspective on who you are. Every week you impressed me with your positive attitude, your curiosity, and your eagerness, not just to cover the material, but to master it. You never took the easy option. You wanted to try things on your own as soon as you possibly could, and then you wanted to do it over and over again until you got it down. I think Rabbi Josh hit the nail on the head. It takes a lot of work to look this good. And the result of your tenacity, I think, is obvious to everyone in the poised way you are co-leading our Shabbat service this morning. It reaffirms what I and many others suspect about how you will proceed through life, with an uncommon degree of clarity about your goals, the confidence to set them high, and the strength to persevere until you achieve them. As your Torah tutor, I must say that I hope it will be one of your goals to continue your Jewish journey long after your bat mitzvah. I, along with many others here, have watched you grow up in the CVH community, and we are excited to watch your Jewish journey keep unfolding. So it's on behalf of all of those folks that I'd like to present you with another gift to hopefully help make that journey more beautiful and meaningful. You have worked incredibly hard to get to this moment, and I can't wait to see what you tackle next. Whatever it is, I know you will do it with excellence. I'm so proud of you. Mazel tov.
What is it? What do you think it is? You have to wait and see? Yeah. Huh. Shayna, do you know what it is? I don't know. Is it a secret? Is it a secret? It's a Kiddush cup. No, we'll open it later. It's a Kiddush cup. We're hoping that you keep, Shabbos is pretty fantastic. Even when it's not your Brit Mitzvah. We're hoping that you keep making Shabbos and community. Maybe if you don't like it's the standard Kiddush cup, you can bedazzle it. You make it yours. But just I hope you enjoy it. And it's again, an incredible blessing to be here, up here with you. There are a couple of other people, I think, who want to say something, like a blessing or something. Do you know these people in the front row? You don't think so? No?
I don't know. Someone's waving at me.
Well, they claim to be your parents, and they are going to give you a blessing. So, just go with it. Come on up. Casey.
Shabbat Shalom once again.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you all for being here and honoring Elena becoming a bat mitzvah. I was given 3 minutes to sing Elena's praises, so I'll keep this short and sweet, like her.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And me too, but it's only part of your birthright. Elena, almost 13 years ago on a crisp fall morning, similar to this one, you emerged into this world, born into the water, yes, as you've heard in our living room. In the birth pool, I could feel your hair floating, even dancing through my fingers. This is my first memory of you. This is a life-changing moment and one I think back to frequently. We were connecting with something greater than us, to generations before us, to life, and to the universe. But this magical experience came because of you and through you, because you were born. As we move through life together, you show me how I am connected to the universe each and every day. And you do this in many ways, but I want to celebrate a few of them. First, you are a keen observer of the world. This started when you were young. Do you remember standing at the door looking out the window? You were maybe 2.5 years old. You said, "It's too foggy." And then, rethinking it, you said, "No, it's one foggy." A few months later, your Ema asked you about a new play kitchen you received. "Is that awesome or what?" she said. "It's what, Ema?" And you stood your ground on that answer. From your observations, you asked big, big questions. For example, your Devar, why do names matter? What does it mean when a person or a group remains nameless? Your question connects identity with society, with history, and with Torah. Or we can look at the poem you chose for me to read earlier. It's as if you were speaking the first line. Who made the world? These are big, big questions. The next lines of that poem, who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, bring me to another quality of yours that I truly admire. You care deeply that the answers to those big questions should improve the world and better the lives of others. You care about grasshoppers, sure, but you care deeply about this particular grasshopper. And you care about what we do and what we say that may help or hurt a particular person. You are a loving and compassionate young woman, Elena. You express these qualities through your strong commitment to justice. And as you move through this life, continue to be curious and ask your big questions. And as you do, I know you will work mightily to answer them in a way that helps truly repair the world. I would love to tell more stories, share wisdom of the ages, read meaningful poems with you, and so on, but my time on the Bima is almost up. So I'll end with a short poem that you wrote for me an August day a few years back. Being in nature with you is a gift to me. You teach me things I did not know, like what types of trees we see, and the flowers and the bees, and the shrubs and the bugs. As I get older, I hope we love nature as much as we do now, and that we spend lots of time together in nature, walking and talking about life and other things. Elena, my love, you are a gift to me. Your name does define you. You are as strong as a mighty oak, and your light shines bright for all the world. I will always be at your side, walking with you through our one wild and precious life, asking big, beautiful questions, and we will always talk about life and other things. I love you so, so much. Now I invite her Ema, Ariella, up.
How are you almost 13? When you were first born, at home, in pool, I remember your Auntie Ashley and I wondering, what will Elena's voice sound like when she starts talking? Don't read my speech. I'm sorry. I'll come back here. What do you want me to look at then? What will Elena's voice sound like when she starts talking? I wondered what you might want to talk about, and I hope that we would enjoy some of the same topics. While many topics have come and gone over the years, there have been a few common threads, most notably fashion. You've always had an eye for clothes, shoes, accessories, hair, and makeup. I don't know anything about these things.
Since you were 4, you kindly let me know when I could use an accessory, and you've been known to find or make exactly what I need to up my fashion game. Thank you. You're also passionate about seeking justice and ensuring things are fair and safe for everyone. I love that you're inspired by strong female leaders like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Stacey Abrams, and Sonia Sotomayor. You channel them when you're outraged at injustice, like when you skipped class to protest the overturning of Roe versus Wade. I love seeing the fire in your eyes when you recounted chanting in the hallways, "My body, my choice," for yourself and for all women. You have a very powerful voice, and I hope you never stop speaking up for what you believe. Most recently, we've talked a lot about how to find your people. When you were about 5, I took you to a dance camp, and I picked you up at the end of your first day, and I said, "How was it? Did you show them your moves?" And you said, "Ema, I don't know those people, so I was not going to show them my moves." I think about that now when you tell me things like, "I like having friends, but I don't like making friends." And you're right, those are 2 totally different experiences, and it's part of what makes middle school and life extra hard. Having your people feels like being home. It's finding the people whose brand of humor and weirdness resonates with yours. As you've mentioned, finding your people isn't just about getting to know who they are. It's also important to feel comfortable being your real self with them. I know you take a long time to trust because people can be confusing and mean, and you've gotten your feelings hurt a lot. You are an empath, an old soul, and you're very self-aware. You have very high expectations that other people are going to be kind, mature, and recognize the impact that their words and actions have. That's a high bar for anyone, not just middle schoolers, grown-ups too. You give a lot as a friend, and it can be disappointing not to get that back in return. It can feel like people aren't safe. My wish for you is that you keep putting yourself out there. Even when you're not consistently getting back what you hoped for the first couple times around. Peopling is hard. Deep friendships, chosen family, these things take a lot of energy, they take a lot of time to grow, just like trees in a forest. People will screw up and annoy you and say stupid things, but they're still worth trusting and loving. We're just really messy creatures by design. While you are exceptionally safety-minded, and you can be a bit of a homebody, you also love traveling and exploring new places. You want to do super big things in the world. Fashion design, teach dance, do genetics research, work in public health on mental health issues, and be a Supreme Court justice. It starts with putting yourself out there, showing people your moves before you really know them, using your voice and telling your story, and trusting that the goodwill will come back, even if it's not on your timeline or exactly the way you expect. I hope that you always carry a piece of home with you to help you feel safe and protected, like your own personal ark, but without all the extra animals. And know that home is always here when you come back, with me, with Abba, with Amy, with all the people here, everyone that's celebrating. We're so proud of you. We're all your tribe of weirdos, and we love you.
Well, kiddo, this is normally the time where I, just tell the kids to sit down and relax, but you want to just keep going. Okay. Yeah, that's what you told me. So you're going to keep leading, yeah? I don't know how you're breathing at this point. You've been working it, yeah? So what do you think about Elena, which this is, as we get close to the end of the service, says that it's upon us to take all of the wisdom that you've taught us and put it out into the world. So I invite you to rise in body or spirit. 4:45 is Elena, and we are going to face towards Jerusalem. Mishabeach Adon HaKol Lateidu Ayotzer Breshit Shema Tanu Torah Temet V'chayei Olam Nata B'Tochei 447 Anachnu Kolim Mishtachavim Umodim Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim Hakadosh Baruch Hu. We pray L'taken Olam B'Malchut Shaddai, to bring the power of Spirit to repair this world and have people like you lead the way. And Ken Yehi Ratzon, it should be God's will. 449, Kakatu b'Toratecha, Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'nemar, v'haya Adonai, le'melech al kol ha'aretz, v'yom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. You may be seated. Last night at services, there was a cantor from Macon visited, and it was just awesome to hang out with a new clergy person who was meeting. And then we did this prayer for the end of hiding, which he had never seen before, and he was like, "That's so great! Can I take a copy?" And of course. So for those of you that aren't familiar with our community, this is this incredible piece of creative liturgy. And one of the many, many reasons I am super proud to be connected and so thrilled to be connected with this community is this prayer. There is going to be an introduction of this prayer from people you know, Noah and Talia. You're already here. You weren't waiting for me to call you. No. Take it away.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Mazel Tov to Elena. My name is Noah, and my pronouns are she, they. I'm a proud member of CBH as well as the LGBTQ community. I will be leading the prayer for the end of hiding. I grew up in this very accepting and welcoming community, and so I thought that being gay was normal. I loved going to pride parades and collecting all the unicorn stickers with gay terminology on it. It wasn't until a couple of years ago I realized how hard it is to be a unicorn in a world of horses. When I came out to my parents, they were like, "Okay, cool, but you can't date until you're in 8th grade." And I am so lucky to have gotten that response, because only God knows what other people are going through. This prayer is such an important prayer for anyone who has felt like they have to pretend or hide who they truly are. I never felt like I had to hide who I am because I grew up in this amazing, supportive, chosen family. I pray for the people who feel they have to hide or who try to change their identity for other people's approval. I pray that they can embrace their inner unicorn even when they are being suffocated by horses. I am so grateful for the CBH members who wrote this prayer and started our home.
This is an important foundational prayer in the history of our synagogue. Where it had not been needed, CBH would probably not have come into existence. While most of our, I have not practiced that word, liturgy reflects the diversity and inclusivity of our community, this prayer connects us as nothing else can to the richness of our past and reminds us that in today's climate, we have not yet reached Eden. The membership of our synagogue has changed a lot since founding, and as years pass, it is hard to know which parts of this prayer to change and which to retain. But we do the best we can in balancing the needs of the present and the future with the integrity of the past. Even if you don't personally identify as an LGBTQ Jew, the we of this prayer, we invite you to open yourself to joining in this prayer and walking in the shoes of the LGBTQ Jews who have felt oppressed, shamed, pressured, or alienated. It is a courageous thing to put ego aside and pray for the end of another's oppression, all the more so when speaking together in solidarity with their voice. So, to the degree that we each feel comfortable, let us join our voices together in reciting the prayer for the end of hiding. As LGBTQ Jews, we are aware of the loss of integrity we suffer due to the pressure of the larger society.
We often feel forced into a dishonest presentation of ourselves, to ourselves, and others. The LGBTQ individuals who feel they must pretend to be something they are not, the Jews who tradition and community to win larger acceptance, both are victims of a theft of identity and integrity committed by the sexual, gender-identifying, or religious majority. Creator of the universe, we ask that our hiding draw to an end, that we no longer feel we have to pretend, to promise falsely, to renounce ourselves, and that our fullest creative expression as Jews and as lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, and queer people be among the blessings you bestow upon us. Amen. So when you say it's easy to, what was it, easy to be friends, or it's easy to keep friends?
It's easier to keep friends.
Easy to keep friends, yeah. I think you're doing pretty great on the keeping friends score. We take this moment to think of the people who are not here physically with us, and there's a lot of people in our lives who we know are sending joy to you in some way, but not in the physical realm. Mourner's Kaddish Yatom is our opportunity to raise up the holiness in this world, in happiness and in sadness, in life as well as in death. I invite you now, if you are remembering a recent death or the yahrzeit, an anniversary of a death, to share those names out loud with the community at this time. I'll also start here left to right. In addition, we remember those killed 4 years ago at this season at the Tree of Life Orla Simcha congregation in Pittsburgh. Joyce Feinberg, 75, Richard Gottfried, 65, Rose Mallinger, 97, Jerry Rabinowitz, 66, Cecil Rosenthal, 59, David Rosenthal, 54, Bernice Simon, 84, Sylvan Simon, 86, Daniel Stein, 71, Melvin Wax, 88, and Irving Younger, 69. It is our custom to have the mourners remain standing for the first 3 lines of the Kaddish Yatom on 451. And then when we get to the 4th line, if it is your custom, to rise together in memory of those, like the folks at the Tree of Life, killed al Kiddush Hashem for the sanctification of God's name amongst the Jewish people, those of every background and nation who have been a blessing to humanity, those who die every day of war, of hunger, of improper health care, of hate, of abuse, of neglect, uncured disease. Again, if it is your custom to do so, we invite you to do that when we get to the 4th line. Kaddish Yatom, Mourner's Kaddish, 451. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Dibra Chirute v'yamlich Malchute, B'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chaye dechal Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uvizman kariv, v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Ulomei Amaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, Shemei Dekudisha Barichu, La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, Damiran B'Yoma V'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Yishmayim B'Chaim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Mromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol Yoshvei Tebel v'imru. Amen. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, the memory of our righteous ones, is always for a blessing. We say amen. You may be seated. I understand you have some people you want to thank. Wow, that's so nice of you. Take it away.
There are so many people I would like to thank for making today possible. I wrote all the thank you notes out in the program, and I hope that people will take time to read the thank yous. I'd like to thank the CBH staff, especially Haley, for all the hard work you've done to make today possible. Rabbi Mike, I am so happy to be your first Brit Mitzvah at CBH. Will in the chorus, in the CBH chorus, your music has always been such an important part of my life. Tita, Auntie Ashley, and Mackenzie, thank you for always making everything so fun and making sure I look and feel my best. Thank you to the amazing women I interviewed for my Tikkun Olam project. Thank you, Rabbi Josh, for helping me with my Devar and always being my friend. Thank you so much to Shayna. You're an amazing and patient trope tutor. Could not do this without you. Saba and Sapta, I am so lucky and so glad that you guys are my grandparents. I also want to thank Abba and Amy for being good people to talk to and providing a good distraction for my Bat Mitzvah work by watching our favorite movies. Abba, your generosity has made this day possible. I love you so much. I want to thank my Ima for always having my back and listening to me when I've had a hard day. You've made today possible by figuring out people and the logistics and all of your other favorite words. You have made my life the very best it could be. I love you so much. Thank you to everyone, especially the people who came out to celebrate this day with me. And last, a big thank you to my CBH family. I can't imagine a better place to grow up and be Jewish. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's so great. By the way, not just, so I was used to the fabulous kind of like arrangements, the outfits that kind of put me to shame, but like the family too, they're looking good. Like the cousins, so
Cousins dress very well.
The cousins, Devorah's got the sparkly shoes and Ava's got the sparkly dress. It's like, you're crushing it. So I'm kind of intimidated by all of you, but I'm just gonna.
It's in the family.
It's in the family. I'm gonna try and see if I can hold it together for the rest of the service. There's some holy business that we want to share with the community, and so it is my honor and blessing to invite our president, Lauren Rich, to share announcements, holy business with all of you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Over here. Shabbat Shalom again.
Shabbat Shalom still.
I want to wish just a huge mazel tov to Elena's parents. Casey, I want to thank you for your steady, always generous support of CBH. And our lioness, Ariella, thank you for all your power, for the beauty of your soul during the hi-ho. I am so excited to see what you're going to bring in leadership to CBH as we go forward. Okay, I'm not going to add to the thank yous. I'm going to add a few people to the thank yous that Elena has given us. I want Abby Garcia, where are they? Who has been our Zoom meister. I know that we have a sound person. Will, is that Billy? Andrew, thank you, Andrew. I want to thank our custodial help. I'll give Haley another shout out and all the rest of our staff. Of course, Will and the chorus, our special soloists, Gayanne. We have Ellie McGraw here, who also came in for this. It's wonderful to see you. It's so wonderful to be at CCUCC again. It's throwing me back to all these wonderful times that we've had here. I want to thank Rabbi Josh And I don't know how many rabbis we've had here, 4 or 5. And most of all to Rabbi Mike, who dealt with all this rabbinic power and held it so graciously in such a holy container for us. And I want to say to you, Elena, that if you don't like public speaking, I can't wait to see what you do like. I just want you to know, as an elder of this community, an alta kaker, okay, of the community, and I really believe in Lador Vador and in the future, what the generations can bring. I am so excited to see you go out in the world and to watch you change it, and I can't wait to see that. I also want to say to you that we may not wind up with a female governor in the next few days, and I think you should forget about the Supreme Court. I'm a recovering lawyer, and it's got to be more fun to make it, so my money's on you for our first female governor, George. Just look at our website for our regular programming, Mindful Moments in the morning, Daily Minyan in the evening. We have Torah study on Tuesday afternoons. We have Shabbat services. I just want to highlight 5 things for you. Number 1, take one of these. Thanks to our green team and Bill Witherspoon, CBH has been awarded a $1,000 grant by the Faith Climate Justice Voter Initiative. Also, if you want to help out, meet our obligations under this initiative, there is going to be texting that you can do from your home, nonpartisan encouragement of voters to go out and vote for candidates who support climate initiatives. November 1st or November 3rd, you can do this from your home. Look at our website for more information. That's number 1. Number 2, we have on Wednesday, November 2nd, an incredibly important program, probably a first in the history of CBH. It is a program being offered by Sojourn and also one of our great ex-presidents, Mackenzie Wren, Gender 101, an exploration of gender identities. And I have to tell you that it will teach us to go into the rapidly changing world of gender identity and gender expression, and it will teach us what it means to move beyond pronoun name tags and single gender restrooms into true welcoming in our community. So please don't miss this. It's Wednesday. It's on Zoom, 6:30 to 8. You can catch the link, okay, on our website. So that's event number 2. Event number 3, if you have nothing to do, well, we have a class on Thursday, the continuation of Rabbi Mike's class, Into the Water on Dry Land, Navigating the Sea of Social Justice. It will be on Zoom and in person, 7 to 9 p.m. Look at our website for the Zoom link. Number 4, Friday Shabbat, November 4th, 6 to 8. It's Shabbat Sababa for young kids and all the rest of the community to get together. And last event, a really exciting event that CBH is helping to co-sponsor among 15 other organizations in town. Sunday, November 13th at the Bremen Museum on Spring Street downtown from 3 to 6. It is free and there will be food. Okay. It is the Jewish Diversity Arts Showcase that was put together by the Atlanta Jews of Color Council, the JCRC, and the Bremen, and it's going to highlight some amazing artists. One of our very own now in our mishpacha, Anthony Russell, a classically trained Yiddish vocalist, an artist, Ayola Omalara Kaplan, and also Emra Kotan, a Turkish percussionist. Please don't miss this. It should be really an exciting event. And to all, Shabbat Shalom, and thank you, Elena, for thrilling us, your community of weirdos and unicorns. Thank you.
Yashikah. I know people are starting to get hungry, but there's a few other things I want to say. Right back at you, Lauren. The board of this congregation, you know, that to keep making this place what it is. It's a thankless job. It's a hard job, and the board under Lauren's leadership is just gotten extraordinarily. Been extraordinarily successful managing all the moving parts as people come out and move in, and that's it's an incredible blessing for me. I think we want to just name Calvin from our maintenance staff, who was fantastic. On Wednesday, some of us got to see, since Rabbi Josh is here, out down south. Is that what it's called? So it's still at that museum, and I'm just blanking on the museum's name next to the Coca-Cola World. National Civil Rights Museum. He's there. His amazing presence, face is there. You should go see it and feel as proud of CBH as I did when I got to hear him speak on that panel. What do you think we should do next? You did a bunch of stuff. I think you deserve to maybe relax, but you want to keep going, it says. All right. Adon Olam. First of all, the Kiddush and Motzi are going to be out in that room, whatever it's called. Foyer. It looks like Amy and Elena are going to be doing this tune. It says right here, this tune for Adon Olam on 459. We're going to find out what this tune is. Please return your Sidurim to the trolleys in the back. And Shabbat Shalom.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivrach, V'yet Nasach, V'hefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora Adon Olam, V'hu Haya, V'hu Hoveh, V'hu Yehye B'tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivrach, V'yet Nasach, V'hefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Echad V'ein Sheni, L'ham Nishlo V'chach Bira Adon Olam, Beli Reshit, Beli Tachlit, Below Ha'oz V'hamshira Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivrach, V'yet Nasach, V'hefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Echi V'chai Go'eli, V'tzor Chavli B'etzara Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi Umanos Li, Manat Kosi B'yom Ekra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivrach, V'yet Nasach, V'hefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Beyado Efkid Ruchi, V'yeti Shan Ve'a'ira Adon Olam, V'im Ruchi Geviyati, Adon Ali V'lo Hira Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivrach, V'yet Nasach, V'hefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Look at you.